Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, so let's check in
That,
and get nice and settled.
just gotta get my scarf.
Tuning into the silence. And Deb and Lila is busy at work, and Deb is has a migraine. So
Oh dear.
yeah,
Yeah, well, this is a lot of those going on. Those just the three of us? Okay.
yeah. So checking
Good
in,
one.
sitting on a bolster or on a block,
Oh,
crown of the head to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed and tune into that silence. Whatever that means for you, it's a sense of ease. It's more in the body.
got my bolster.
So you've transferred from the head into the body. Being present to the rib cage moving, shoulders are relaxed. Sitting as comfortably as you can in your own way. The chin is back just a little bit towards the spine. It should feel right. And because the shoulder blades are down and back, it's easy to take the awareness into the lower ribs and relax the belly. Add a little Ujjayi breath. Very light Ujjayi, it's almost imperceptible. And then taking the shoulders up and back is nice and easy. So it's up and around, and back and down. Listening to the crackles and feeling the nice stretches. And when you take the shoulder blades back and down, see if you can take them as much as you can in towards the spine. And then go the other way. We want to keep those shoulder blades nice and fluid. Mm-hmm. And coming to stillness and checking in for the effects. And then placing one hand on each knee. And so Maggie, this is going to be interesting for you to kind of play a little bit. So right now we've got our favorite foot near our hips, right? Whatever that is. And then we're going to take the opposite shoulder. And take your awareness to your sitting bones, and you're taking the shoulder towards the knee, whatever that means, and the head looks back. And you're only going far as it feels luscious, especially at the beginning. And if you want to press your hand against the opposite knee to get a little bit opening. Work the hip that way, work the spine that way. Move that shoulder all the way forward, down, yeah. Noticing where that stretch is. Just at your own pace. If you want to hang out there, yeah. And if you decide to hang out there, take a laser beam focus on the sensation and what you need to do to relax in that. And soften the breath. You're opening up that area with your mind. And then come up. And we're just going to use those mini moves of taking the one hip. It's almost like it's going in the opposite direction to this knee, and then back, and then just your own pace. It's a real nice stretch in the groin. And so everything stays still, but just the hips, to whatever degree they move, shoulders are relaxed. Even if it's a nano milligram or whatever centimeter, it doesn't matter. It's getting that energy to move even a little bit. And notice the difference between the hips. And notice the difference on what muscles and ligaments are activated.
I'm using my buttock muscles. Is that correct? No, I don't think so.
There's a degree of that, yes. Yeah. So leave your torso still. Yeah, Maggie, yeah, just leave the torso still and move, yeah. And if there's a place that's locked, just go up to the door. Don't feel that you have to push it at all. Maybe one side, it more affects the knee and the thigh and the buttocks than the other. Now, let's change feet and put the other one to the back. This one forward.
This one goes nowhere.
Yeah, it's quite different. So put your pillows underneath if you need.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And sit for a moment and take your full awareness into that. It's now going, yeah, okay. And relax, relax, relax. Let that tightness melt away. Take your full awareness there. Send loving kindness to it. And then do the same. Just shift your hips back and forth just a little bit. This side may need some work. The more mindful we are, the more we're helping it open up and the prana move through. The lymph circulation. And if you like, you can even take it in a move and hold it there. If it feels like I just need to spend some time and attention on that one spot. Going into deep relaxation and in that spot. And then try this side with our going with the shoulder over to one side and see what that's like.
doing this the same way before.
Feels the same. Well, you can go either way, but it may feel different. You may need to move your hands differently. There's a bit of a spinal twist here. And play with it because you may discover a few things on the way. And if you have time, not throughout the day because we know everybody's busy, but just giving the hip a little bit more, or that area, just a little bit more attention so it can start unlocking. Or start using this side a little bit more because we've gone into roach on the other side. And then coming back to center. And just moving the pelvis back and bringing the chin to the chest, creating a C. And you can use your hands on your knees if you want to create a little bit of resistance as you rock up. And what happens with that hip as you come up? And you up and back. And the sternum comes up and you're looking up a little bit, but it's more like to the corner of the room, to where the wall meets the ceiling. And then moving the pelvis back, shifting the pelvis back. Yeah, the ligaments and fascia take a lot longer to work out, so it's really important to spend some time there. I know we're busy. And then coming up. Take your awareness there, and how does that feel?
Relaxing.
Notice the energy in the area, in that one area. Is there movement of prana or just like a tingling?
No tingling. What are we moving now? Our hips, Deborah?
Mm-hmm.
Are we just moving our hips now? Is that what we're doing?
We're just being silent so we can check in. Yeah. And then let's move on to our knees, hands and knees. And a little bit of a sway in the hips from side to side, and the spine's going to wave and the shoulders are going to move. So it's a nice fluid movement. What's happening here? Let's take it nice and slow and gentle and mindful and feel the little nuances as you go through. And that hip that may have been tighter, what's it doing? The problem with something being locked, that over time, it only affects the rest of the body. And then let's round back and go down into the pose of a child. So now we get a little stretch in the armpits. And then coming back up, rounding back in that nice stretch, and coming into cow pose. pushing away from the floor. And then turning the pelvis under and going back. Nice stretch. Take your time. Take your time so you can feel the individual muscles that are being stretched. Then let's take the knees out, maybe 3/4 of the way out to the side of the mat. A little bit more undulation with that awareness in that hip. Maybe it feels better, a little bit better. And the breath is soft. In that same movement of moving one hip to one side and then the other, it's moving, working out that tightness. Or if you prefer, just hold it there. Taking the knees all the way up as much as you can. Before you go down, just rock the pelvis back and forth. So the knees are wide. And notice what happens in this pose. And moving the hips back, getting that spot in the groin starting to get nice and warmed up. Yeah, if you get it in your buttocks, yeah, well, that's because everything is so connected.
Are your knees? Oh yeah, I see.
So the knees are wide apart and then come down just as much. You can be up on your elbows. You can have something under the head. And if it's too much, just bring the knees in a tad. And then stay silent with your full attention on that area. As if you're saying, release, release, release. Notice if there's any fear. I push too hard, or this one, and then you've always got a choice of pulling back. And then coming up. Nice. Relax for a few apanasanas. Nice big circles with the knees. Or back and forth, whatever your body's saying. And then windshield wipers. This is kind of become one of my favorite. Because you can press, if your knees over to your left, you can press your right, the opposite shoulder into the mat. You're looking over to the right. Just this much. You're listening totally. The lovely thing is getting to know our body is where the discomfort is, and you stop just before. And then can you maybe press the hip forward or take it around? Do something that's going to open up that hip or the thigh or maybe even the knee or the buttocks, whatever it is for you. You can hold it there, you can go side to side.
Ooh.
And then coming back to center. If you're equal.
Mm.
And bring the knees in towards the chest. Couple of Apanasanas. Notice that the back of the neck stays nice and silent. And then clasp the hands around the knees. And notice if the neck is still the same silent place. Flex the feet. Relax the shoulders. And then extend the legs up in the air. Flex the feet. And then bend the knees, bring the feet down, extend both legs up into the air straight. Flex the feet. And the knees, just warming up the hamstrings and the calves. Oh. Mm-hmm. And then bicycles. So today, there's usually a number that you aim for, right? Aim for that number and add 10.
Mm. Oh, shit.
Not comfy there, Maddie?
Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's got age, honey. It's just age.
Look at, we're fighting that age.
Me too.
And you're noticing your breath. Yeah, taking your arms up. That's nice. Your head, that 10-pound head. If you want. See if you can extend your leg, Maggie, before you bend it.
Yeah, I know. I'm being lazy today. Sorry.
Don't be lazy. These are 2 classes during the week that. Just rest in between. You pick either 10 and 10, do another 10 and 10, like 10 forward, 10 back, 10 forward, 10 back, 10 forward, 10 back. Rest in between. Looking good. Good, Lynn?
Hey.
Are we there yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's relax. In through the nose and out through the nose into the lower ribs and belly, nice and easy. Feeling the subtleties, the prana, the movement. And then bring your ankles and toes together and scrunch your buns. Tuck your tailbone underneath and squeeze your buttocks. Squeeze your core. Press the hands or palms down and press the hands into the floor. Flex the feet. Press the elbows into the floor. And relax. And then take the legs about 12 to 18 inches apart like you were in Shavasana. Flex the feet, tuck the pelvis underneath, and squeeze the core, squeeze the buttocks. Press the hands into the mat, elbows into the mat, shoulders into the mat. Soft breath. And relax. Feeling this prana, feeling the energy. And then take the arms out to the side and bring the ankles and toes back together. Flex the feet so the feet are off the floor, kind of, right? If they lift off the floor. Mine have, maybe I've got big calves. So the feet are flexed, the pelvis tucked underneath. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the core, press the hands. They're out to the side, straight out to the side. Press the palms down, press the shoulders down. Shoulders are away from the head. Press into the floor. Soft breath. Chin is neutral. Whole body activation. And relax. Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
One more time. So ankles and toes together, feet flexed, nice and tight. Tuck the pelvis underneath, engage the core, squeeze the buttocks, press the hands against the floor, the elbows against the floor, shoulders against the floor. Soft, even breath. Easy breath. Arms are activated, core is activated, buttocks, legs, shoulders, even the fingers are pressing into the floor. And relax. And just coming down for a second into Chaittanasana, just to bring everything back to neutral. Full awareness on the sensations in the body. And then take your block for bridge pose. placing the block in between your thighs, or you can do it in between your calves if you like. And the hands, the feet are on the floor. Yep. And we're going to press the hands into the floor, tuck the pelvis under, send the lower back into the floor, coming up, rolling up, press the shoulders into the floor, and then get to a point where can I come up anymore by pressing the pelvis is tucked underneath, pressing the back of the arms into the floor. You could either bend your elbows and have the fingertips pointing to the ceiling, or if it feels good to clasp your hands underneath. That's because we're opening up that chest. We're opening up the shoulders. Gently we're opening them up. If we're not there yet, then better to just press the back of the arms into the floor. Now your heels are also pressing into the floor, and the 10 toes remain on the floor. And then take the shoulders out and roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, and let go for a moment. So the point is you don't need to go into any discomfort. This should be a little bit of a challenge, but the definition is a round challenge. Okay, let's go up another time. It's the lower back to the floor. Press the arms into the floor. Make your choice of either the back of the arms with the fingers up or clasping the hands. Coming up, tucking the pelvis under, heels into the mat, 10 toes. So we're just going to the doorway of any discomfort in any of the poses. Because as we get more and more proficient in the pose, the door will move. But it won't move if we're pushing through the door. We'll just hurt and create problems. Learning our limits. And then taking the shoulders out and rolling down. So we're going to do one more time, but the arms are going to float over the head. Sending the lower back to the floor, pressing the heels into the mat, rolling up, and the arms nice float up. Mindfully taking them over the head. Or if you want to bend the elbows, Maggie, if you bend your elbows like a cactus and take them up this way, if that's more comfy. And then if you've got something there for the elbow to sit on, the shoulder that's not, yeah. Yeah, good one. There's a gentle squeeze into the block, but it's just the block's more there for positioning because you're already getting a nice squeeze in the buttocks and the hamstrings and the thighs and the core. Pressing the fingernails into the floor. And then exhaling down. Slowly feeling that wonderful movement down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then bringing the knees in, taking the block away. Oh, actually, just keep the block next to the hips. And then for just a nice little rest, take the block underneath the sacrum and take the feet into the air. So we get an inversion. It's nice to relax. Let the blood flow all the way through the body from the feet, down the legs, the torso, and then coming back up. Nice, relaxing. Shoulders are relaxed. Breath is relaxed. Internal gaze. And then bend the knees. Bring the feet back onto the floor. Walk out. Rest for a moment. Bring your knees together, feet out to the side, palms up, just for a moment. And then a nice chest opener, another chest opener, which is bringing the palms down underneath the buttocks so the arms are straight. In fact, you just take your arms and bring them together so that the thumb mounds kind of touch each other, the thumb fingernails kind of touch each other. So you're lying on your hands, palms down. And see how straight you can have your arms. So the arms are kind of down. It's like you're reaching for halfway towards the knees. And then press the elbows into the mat. Lift up, flex the feet, and bring the top of the back of the head towards the floor. So open up the chest. Is it okay on your shoulder, Maggie?
Yeah.
That's got a little bit of weight to it and stretch.
I don't feel it. It's mostly when I move my arms above my head. That's where the problem is.
Okay, and then your teeth are closed, not grinding. Tongue at the roof of the mouth. Soft breath. Opening that chest, lovely, and then coming down. And into rocker. And coming onto all fours. And then tucking the toes under and just coming up for a moment because we're just going to work the wrists for a sec. Back and forth. In fact, you can kind of attach your wrist and kind of do a roll. It opens up the shoulders a little bit as well. One direction, yeah. And then in the other direction. And then back here. So if there's any issues with the wrists, you can always just move them a little bit forward. So we're in a table, we're going to tuck the toes under. The ankles are equal to each other and then back into downward dog. Yeah, good. Gets a better traction. And bring your feet a little closer together, Lynn, so they're more like fist width apart on this one. Yeah, bring your feet together more. Yeah, so if you look down, it's like you could place your fist in between. Yeah. And then up on the toes and coming forward, nice and equally, down to the mat and hovering over the mat, or hovering the knees over the mat. So Maggie, your knees would be, just like, and take them an inch off the mat now. Lift, yeah.
That's a lot of, I have to be careful with my wrists, right?
Okay, yep. Now if you want, you can always, I don't know if you can do this.
Yeah, no, they've been broken in 37 places.
Yeah, well, then you don't do that one.
Yeah.
Cover it down again.
There we got it. Oof,
Yeah, yeah, so simple yet.
gotta find the right.
Back into downward dog. Reaching along. Yeah, reaching on things. Bend one knee and then the other knee. Without coming out of the downward dog. Right, so you're getting a real nice stretch in the calf. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Something around there, Lynn? You okay? And then let's look in between our hands, and you can either lower your right knee and bring the foot forward. Yeah, lower the right knee. You're just going to place it down. Yeah. Yeah, so here. Oh, good. So let's do this. Let's go back into downward dog. Yeah. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to lower the right knee to the floor. Yeah. Rest that right knee, and then open up this hand off the floor and take this foot. There you go. I like that. And then scoot your foot forward a little bit. Yeah, so that you've got your knee is underneath your ankle as much as possible. Yeah. And then just lift the head a little bit, but not straight up, but just more like you're looking 3/4 of the way down. Get a nice, how is that, Maggie?
Yeah. Okay.
You can feel it, right?
I can feel it in my hip. That's where I don't want it.
Yeah.
It feels good. It sounds good. I just have to be careful.
Waking it up, getting that prana through there. Okay, and then let's go lift the back knee off.
No.
And then going back into downward dog. Nice. And then coming up onto the toes and looking in between, and now we're going to take the right foot so we can lower the left foot, left knee, and then take with your right hand, take the right foot through. Yeah, and how does this feel?
Somebody's timer.
Oh, somebody calling. Oh, wow. And then make sure the knee is over the ankle.
Yeah, this one I find difficult, so I'm just going to do a downward dog.
We've got the right leg forward here.
Yeah, I just find this one difficult. I can't do it.
The lunge at all?
No, it's because
Yeah, yeah. Say that again, Mickey?
no, it puts too much pressure on this hip here and hurts if I lift. Like that's where we want to be, right?
No, you want to have your knee on the floor. Yeah, we're just in lunge. That's it. Yeah, that looks good. So wherever it works, you want your knee over your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it still hurts my hip, but I'll just do it as best I can.
Don't go back. We're not going back unless you want. But the idea is to get and this one is the groin stretch, not the hamstring stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, so Lynn, if you can go back into downward dog. And then and Maggie, you can just stay on your knees. We're going on to our stomach in a sec. And then lower your knees and then rolling down. And just for a moment, taking the feet out to the side. And then the head is facing the floor, the palms are facing the floor, the feet are together. We're gonna do it 3 times. And so you can make a choice of one leg, then the other leg, and then both, or both legs all 3 times. So we're gonna lift up both legs in both arms. So just do one leg, Maggie, if you want.
I could do 2 legs before, but not today.
Palms down. Soft breath. And then lower down. Let the shoulders go. And then lifting up again. Palms down. Chin is sort of like, if you were looking at anything, it's probably just the end of the mat, so your head isn't looking forward. There's a nice natural curve in the back of the neck. So we feel the back of the arms, and then let's come down. And then if you like, you can take cactus pose with the arms. And lifting up. So this gets all the muscles in the back, which is pretty awesome. Soft breath. And down and relax. And you can let your heels fall out to the side. Take the head to one side, or just relax with the forehead on the mat. And then take the hands, elbows up to the ceiling, hands by the chest, and just lift up in sort of like a reverse, going up into cobra, and then engage the core and pressing back into pose of a child. And then moving it through again, in removing from the pose of a child, and then coming forward, shoulder blades down the back, and using your abdominals, feet are pointed. So we're just flowing from one to the other. Yeah. And just adjust your hands accordingly. The head comes down, so you're lying on your tummy. The elbows are up. So Maggie, put your hands beside your chest. Yeah. And then lift up the back, lift off the back, off the floor, then press the hands into the mat. Engage your core, lift your hips off the floor, coming back, rounding into pose of a child. Yeah, so press into the floor. Can you do that, Meg, with your head? It's more using your core, but then at a certain point, your arms come in. One more time, rounding the back. So I'll just show you rounding the back, and then you've got your shoulder blades down your back. You're using your core, pressing the top of the feet into the floor, coming forward into a nice flow of a cobra. So you're lowering your hips. Lower your hips.
Yeah, see, cobra's hurt. Oh, that hurts my shoulders. Everything hurts today.
I can't quite hear you, so you come up again.
That hurts my shoulders when I go down with my weight on them like that.
Then can you take your feet more in alignment? Yeah. A little closer together. And the top of the feet on the mat. So they're hip width apart. Put it that way. Yeah. And then, yeah. Nice. And then press. They went far apart again. Yeah. So they want to be there. Yeah. And back again. Great. Come sit on these. Okay. So let's come on to. I'm watching the time then. Before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit in Dandasana, then you're sitting upright. If you want something underneath your hips to lift you up, flex your feet so you've got your legs active, and then press the hands into the mat and just lift yourself up. Now, if the wrists aren't comfy, you can always do it with here or not do it, and just have the hands there and keep the, yeah, so you're not going to come off the floor very much. It might be you still got your buttocks on the floor. It's just that it's activating the arms, the back. I've still got everything on the floor, but I've straightened the arms so I can feel my back, my arms, my torso, my core. Yeah. So you're pressing into the floor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you're not necessarily lifting the buttocks off the floor. That's not necessarily the aim. Okay, good. That looks good. And then let's relax.
I had you on small screen this whole part. No wonder I couldn't see you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Duh.
So now we're going to take the left foot and place it. Either can stay in the middle, wrist right there, or you can place it across for spinal twist. Flex the foot. Lynn, do you like to do this one or no? Okay, so then Lynn can take her foot over to the side and both sitting bones on the floor. Yeah. So what we want is we want both sitting bones on the floor, so take your awareness there, and then the spine is straight and up. So you adjust your foot. Your foot is what's going to adjust. So if this was too tight, you take your foot here or whatever is the pose, right? And then lift up, so you've got your right hand through. Lift up the sternum. Yep.
But both my legs should be bent. Okay.
No, Maggie, do the straight leg. Yeah, that's perfect. And then take your right hand through the leg. Yeah. And then lift up. Use that leg to lift up. The foot stays on the floor. And then shoulder blade down the back on both of them. And nice, taking the left hand back onto the floor and looking back. Nice, that looks beautiful. Nice stretch in the hip. Nice stretch in the spine, shoulders, neck. Bring that knee comfortably for 4. And notice in your mind's eye, your right foot. Is the foot on the floor, like the toe, the big toe on the floor?
Left foot. Yeah.
And then lift that arm up, coming out. And then we're changing sides.
So which leg are you doing now? Left over right?
Right over left.
Right over left.
Did you change in the middle? Before it was right leg, but I don't know if you started that way.
Yeah, I twist around. No,
Is the next leg?
it's this way.
The next leg, yes. So you take your awareness to your sitting bones, and both your sitting bones are equal, and then bring that knee up and take the hand back. I have got my right leg over my left, so that my right toe is connecting to the mat. So if that's not it, then move the foot around so you can get the full foot on the floor. Great in the hips and the buttocks, the spine, the neck. Then take the arm out, coming back, and down. Pat Oliver. A couple of. And then we'll lay down and take a asana. Maybe a little shimmy hips. and let everything settle. And if you also need that with your arms too, shoulders, flicking, and relax. Gentle sway of the head from side to side. And then back to center. Visualizing a golden lotus pouring its light into your whole being, coming into the brain, lighting up the brain, lighting up the forehead, lighting up the eyes and the sinuses, and the ears, and the temples, the teeth, cheekbones, the whole head, and then the neck, front and back. Down the shoulders, the upper arms and the elbows and the lower arms and the hands. Everything vibrating with prana. The upper chest and upper back flowing down through the thymus and the heart, the lungs, the whole rib cage. Diaphragm, all the internal organs is floating down just beneath the rib cage towards the belly. Down to the hips. We've worked the hips, we've worked the groin. Should be some buzzing in there maybe. And then the legs, the upper legs, the knees, and the lower legs, and the ankles. And then bask in that light. If you have your knees together and bent, you had your legs bent, and it feels comfortable, take your feet wide apart, a little wider than your hips, to give a balance so that the knees can rest in towards each other. And then take the toes pointing inwards just a little. And then bring your awareness back to your hands and feet. Remember your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Get a nice stretch. And then when you're ready, Connie moved around.
You're up. I didn't even know you're up. I was so relaxed.
Namaste. Then it's 11 o'clock. Bing. Our hips are happy. Our groin is happy.
You're a little looser.
Thanks, ladies. Thanks, Deborah.
I'm sending out an email shortly about next month's class.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Perfect.
moving, so I don't know.
Rest well. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Stuck with you or whatever you're doing.
See you.
No,
See you.
seriously, when I feel like an old lady, that's because I am.
See you
Yeah.
in April.
On Thursday.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
How are you doing? You were stiff today.
Oh, I'm stiff today. Just stressful stuff going on. So maybe that's why. But yeah, that's all right. Still better than I was when I started.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Always good. I mean, sometimes I just can't get into the pose. And as you said, I can only take it. If it hurts, I don't do it.
Yeah, and I see that, and I really like that because you're honoring where you're at. I can only guide you, and then you go. You're great. You're
Oh,
great.
yeah, totally. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm old, so things and arthritis. You don't want to.
Stop saying the old stuff.
Well, I am. What's the point?
So am I. I'm not. It's
I'm
like
75. I'm way older than you. But it makes a difference when you hit the mid 70s. It's a different vibe. You'll see it when you get there.
I'm 73.
Yeah, it's different at 75%. For me, maybe I'm just
You know
stressed.
what, Maggie?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there. It's going to go there on its own. I'm going to try and keep it away.
Yeah, I do most of the time.
And
For
you know,
sure.
you're really good. I mean, like,
It's
we
the
just need to
arthritis,
get-
I guess.
Hmm?
The arthritis hurts, and there's nothing I can do about that. So
Oh, I know. That is really a bummer.
yeah, and the osteoporosis scares me because I'm afraid of falling. So there's a bit
Okay,
of
so you have osteoporosis in your
Oh,
spine.
yeah. Oh,
You
yeah,
have osteoporosis in your spine. You didn't tell me
my
that.
hips. Yeah, my hips, my
And
hips.
your spine. Okay, so when we do the rounding poses, you don't do them.
No, I like them.
I know, but the thing is that you could get what do you call it? You can depends on you don't want to do them.
Okay.
Okay, rounding forward,
Mhm.
that means you could break some of the vertebrae.
Oh, I'm hoping not. You'll just shoot me then if I can't read for.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I've got it in my spine. It's in my hips. I have it. So, and it's in my shoulders. They didn't give me it didn't specifically say my spine depth, but I mean, my hips are both going. So, or this one's new, this one's going, but maybe that's arthritis too. So I'll just not say I have it in the spine till I'm
You,
done.
but you want to honor that because you don't want to create a problem by
Oh,
doing.
no, definitely not. I mean, when I do that like that, I don't have any pain or anything when I do that or discomfort.
Point. Really important for your core to be strength.
Yeah, I know.
Everything. I'm a little leery about that.
About what?
Doing the rounding poses and being careful on the cobras too.
Yeah, the cobra hurts my back for sure.
So you only go up a little bit, right? And you get those muscles, those nice and strong muscles right along the back. You don't have to go up.
No, I used to be able to go up and I did it quite well, but not.
I mean, I love the one where you just lift your chest off and it gets all those muscles.
Yeah, it's I can feel my musculature through here getting the benefit, and I feel the benefit all the time, but it's just that's why certain things just hurt too much, and that's why. Bummer, but it's the way it is, baby. Yeah. That was they diagnosed that last year, so yeah, shit. C'est la vie, baby.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. Damn busy.
Oh, you are? Good.
just busy with things to do to get things organized. And like right now, I'm giving a talk tomorrow, so I have to make sure that I've got all my components together for the talk, and I
Yeah,
am doing video and stuff, and I have to do stuff. There's a bunch of stuff.
you've got a bunch of stuff, and yeah. And how
Yeah,
many?
I'm in a place where I'm having to do it all, and my goal is to eventually get a point where I can kind of divvy it out.
Oh yeah. What do they call that? Relegating.
Relegating, or yeah, it's relegating, but or
Yeah.
hiring people who have like virtual assistant that can do a couple hours a day or something, not full time or anything like that.
Yeah. Can you not? Is there? I guess so. I can't because of COVID. We can get a like just an assistant, a physical assistant, or would it be mostly on the? Pardon me, on the
Oh,
internet.
I don't want a physical assistant. I don't need one.
But you need one on the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm talking to one woman who's studying to be a VA, and she may do some stuff for me.
Yeah. Can you do like rather than pay her, just let her have some classes or something if that's the
We're
financial?
talking. We're talking.
Because that would be good if you could take some of the weight off. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it would be.
retain. Yeah, I bet. And retain your sort of.
That's a goal, and I'll work towards it. And
Yeah, that's all we can do.
in the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm learning a lot. So it's kind of like I'm glad I'm kind of learning it so that I'm not just saying do this and not know
Oh,
what.
you're yeah, very very knowledgeable. You know what you're talking about. And that's
So how is your move going? Are you going to move or stay?
oh, I'm supposed to. I've almost as like almost signed for an apartment, and that's like a year's lease in Toronto. The reason being, this apartment is in the same small building as one of my best friends, so she will be literally upstairs from me, and it's looking out on the water. It's at the waterworks at the beach, so it's in the area. They're very nice. It's kind of renovated and nice. I'm just concerned about signing a year's lease because I don't know if I can do a winter. But I think I've looked at other possibilities. Getting sharing, sharing with someone again, and I just don't feel I can do that right now. I need my own space. I need my own place.
No, Maggie, if I didn't have to share, I wouldn't. But my situation is such that like we're so private, we hardly get together.
Oh well, if you've got a good share, I
Yeah,
enjoyed it for a long time. I don't really mind it. I just don't feel at this point as if
yeah,
I can go back and share with someone that I've already shared with before,
yeah.
that would be a different story. But the girl that I shared with last time I was there, she's in Isla Maharis, where I would like to be for the winter, but whether we'll be allowed or not, I don't know.
Well, everything just closed down, didn't it?
In Vancouver, yeah, bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's military, but so I was just a little concerned about that. Then when she wrote me, she asked me for 2 months rent up front. I didn't think that may be just their policy. First and last, yes, but I normally would pay my last month's the day I move in. I'm just a bit concerned that the possible move-in date is May 15th or May 1st rather. And there's a lot can happen between now and then when I'm out here and flying and COVID and all of that. So
Why don't you just wait till things settle down in the summer?
I'm too lonely out here. I'm alone 24/7 every day. I can't do it. It's bad for my head. And I just don't do things. I need to be with friends. I need to be with somebody.
Nobody's with friends, really.
No, but like I'll be with friends. I'll be with
I mean, with you're got, they got their life with it. That's why I think I mean, look what I did is I'm not with my friends. I'm using my energy to create a business.
yeah. I'm no, I've done it for a year. I can't be in a stranger's house anymore. I'll see Kim. There's 3 or 4 of my friends that they have their self-distance parties, so we can do that, go to walk to the beach, things like that. I don't know, Deb. I just wish it was all go away. I just want to be in England. That's where I want to be, and that doesn't
Well,
work.
you're closer in Toronto.
It was actually less expensive to fly from here last time I flew, but that I don't know how long that's going to take. I feel years, probably, like around 5 years before we can travel. And well, maybe the vaccines will help. I don't know. I find it all very upsetting, the whole thing. And the masks in particular, I really can't go out because, so I'd rather be in an apartment with my friend and, someone can come and visit me or self-distance or emotional distance, whatever they call it. Yeah, I just think I'd rather do, that's the way I feel right now anyway, because I've tried to make this decision over like 3 months. And this apartment came up and then it didn't. And I looked at, furnished places. Then I thought, do I want other people's furniture? No, I don't. I want my own things. So I'll just furnish the apartment basically, very basically through, marketplace and a little bit of
Oh
IKEA.
God, I couldn't go back to Toronto.
I know it's really
Even with
hard.
my friends, the weather is awful.
Everything's awful.
It's
Yeah.
good on you for being able to do it.
I don't have any choice, really. I really don't have a choice.
You should have, but you're not seeing another choice.
I'm not seeing another choice. I thought about, going up to Kelowna because Derek's up there. But, and my granddaughter is there. So, and she's in huge trouble. I mean, maybe she's not. She's driving out to Alberta.
Is that in Kelowna?
Pardon?
Is that in Kelowna?
She's driving out like right as we speak, in an old car with her boyfriend, just filled with stuff and no bank card, Jesus, and driving out to Calgary for some reason or other. So I'm worried sick about her. So I'm kind of maybe feeling I'm better to be in Toronto when she comes back, but then do I want that to be? So it's a conundrum.
Yeah, I think it's about you living your life and letting other people live their life.
Yeah, totally. No, I'm not taking. I'm just concerned about her because she's not safe, and I just can't not be concerned about her. I certainly don't want to. See, that's the other thing. If I go back there, I might even get more. I don't know.
If you go back there, money? Did you say?
No, I mean, I'm not going to just. I mean, I don't want her to move in with me or anything like that. But I'll know if we're responsible. Her parents are not being responsible at all, but they never were. So anyway, I just want to go to England. That's my goal. So I'll just keep positive in mind and see if I can. But then with the COVID thing, it's really difficult to do too.
Right now, maybe next year.
Yeah, next year or the year after. Yeah. So
I better go.
all right, sweetie. I'll talk to you soon. Good luck with your talk. I'll see.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I'll talk to you Thursday.
And you'll make the right decision.
I don't know if there is a right decision here. I think both have problems.
Well, it's what you want, what feels good.
I want to go to England and live in London and live outside.
You can't do that right now, but
That's what I want. Or Scotland. I want to go home is what I want to do. I want to go home to Britain. I knew that when my plane landed in September 19th. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So then that's where you're heading.
Yeah, I hope so.
But
anyway,
couldn't you go there? It's not very good there though, with the COVID.
COVID and isolating. Well, it's my family. It's I can't just kind of move into the little town and then when the COVID's so bad and they haven't even seen their son for a year because of the bombing.
Yeah. That's.
So you can't just sort of say stuff on their door. Not it wouldn't be on their doorstep. I'd have my own place, but nevertheless, it's not the feeling that it would have been if these bastards hadn't done this. And
Okay.
goodbye, hon.
Bye, honey.
See you on Thursday.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Bye. Bird going to perch on your lip.
Oh, it's been doing some exercises.
Oh, yes, I did them all my life. I saw a chick on the Johnny Carson show like 40 years ago doing it because she looked young before plastic surgery and she did doing all that. I used to do it in my car. I still do.
Oh, yeah. I started looking it up yesterday.
Yeah. In the car and Kegels in your car as well.
Oh, I should do. We can do some Kegels in our class.
Yeah, Kegels and buttock.
These aren't real Kegels. Okay. Bye.
Bye. I'll talk later.